Our neighborhoods, our workplaces, churches, and families are becoming more ethnically diverse. The Anglican Communion is present in over 160 countries. Within those countries are multiple ethno-linguistic groups that identify as being Anglican. Therefore, I actually think that there is no such thing as a normative Anglican style of worship. We can certainly say that the origin of a particular hymn has a historical context of Anglicanism, but there are now multiple contexts. To be Anglican, but I would want to broaden it by saying to be Christian requires to be hospitable. Every good host ought to show cross-cultural respect through generosity of spirit. And so you have to develop what is known as CQ, or cultural intelligence. In fact, it is becoming quite popular to give representatives from multinational corporations inductions into behavioral and worldview differences of others. The reality is that the local parish is becoming more global. At St. George's in Parktown, we have about 7 different linguistic ethnic categories of parishioners. You therefore realize that our cultural domains are not so exclusive and our exclusive properties. Being confronted by that makes us aware of our own ethnocentrism, that others are actually better tea drinkers than we are. And so you have to switch off the cultural cruise control, become aware and dive deep into the stories of others. And this is usually a very enriching experience as you see the world and yourself from different dimensions. 2 phenomena mark globalism in the last decade. One is the fear of terrorist groups, and the second is an increase of diaspora or immigrant communities. We know that Jesus was a refugee. We have to, therefore, in the spirit of Christianity, show empathy and advocate for justice of those seeking places of safety and refuge. Every human has the right to seek a better life. And that's exactly what the gospel offers. And so we have to become okay with the gray areas, to widen our categories of what is acceptable behavior. We have to set the gospel free from cultural captivity of certain expressions. We have to establish a new narrative because we are a new humanity in Christ. This calls for the church to have intentional ways of cross-cultural, cross-generational sense of belonging. And I know it's not always easy, but think about this. What is God's ideal church? What will church in heaven look like? The average Christian right now is female, a person of color, and from Asia or Africa. In the fulfillment of time, the Spirit of God will empower all peoples, races, and sexes. Our participation in reactivating hospitality is a prophetic realization of God's kingdom on earth.